Hey guys, welcome to My Life YT. Today we're going to be doing some garage cleaning and we're going to put together a cherry picker and show you another project we're going to be working on. We're waiting on some parts for our other one. The trike ended up, the gas tank leaked and the carburetor was messed up, so I mean otherwise, like I'll show you. We got the rear end all in. Oh, and we also have to get a half link for our chain. So we're going to work on some other stuff around here and give you a video of what else we got going on. So stay tuned for that. Oh, driving. So we got our garage cleaned out. Now, before we get our new project in here, or another project in here, we got to put together our cherry picker from engine hoist from Harbor Freight, and then we will show you the new project and get working on it. Alright, so we got the engine hoist together, and now we're going to show you our new project. It's actually an 05 Chevy Cobalt that we got to pull the motor out of. We're going to pull the motor out of it and put into Sand Bus, which is our dune buggy, 7-passenger dune buggy. So blew the motor up last year. It sprung a oil leak and it locked up. Might end up rebuilding that on the channel too, but for now I want to go with a liquid cooled motor. It's a 2.2 Ecotec. It's got higher miles. The car's been through heck. We bought it at 60,000 miles, and now it has like 240,000 miles. It burns a little bit of oil, but it's still a good running motor. So we're going to get that pulled out, and then in the future episode we're going to get it put back into the dune buggy. So I'll give you a little grand tour. I hit a deer with it, so the front bumper was all messed up. The actual core here is actually pushed back like 2 inches, but it still drove really good. So fixed her up a little bit, kept driving her. Interior is a mess, but I'm going to pull the bucket seats out of it. I'm also thinking about pulling, these have electric power steering, so I'm thinking about pulling that out. I'll be pulling the gas tank out, and I don't know, anything else that I think I might be able to use in the future, since we like to build stuff. I'll probably pull the wheels and tires off because they're pretty decent. I'm going to pull the resitch out of it and refabricate it onto my Mercury Grand Marquis. I just really need the receiver out of it, and I'll put a new crossbar on it and weld it up. So yeah, that's about it. Once we do get this out, there's an adapter plate and a flywheel that I'm working on fabricating, so we'll just adapt it to our VW transaxle and go from there. So first thing we're doing, guys, is getting the hood out of the way so that when we go to put the cherry picker in, we'll have plenty of room. So we got our coolant draining down here. We're going to get the radiator out. We're going to get all these headlights and fog lights off. And then we'll start unhooking the electrical on the engine. Getting a breather and whatever else that we got to pull off. We're going to just start tearing it apart now. Once we get the radiator out, that's our, try to make no spills. So work our way through it. Looks like I welded the one piece of the bracket on back here, so I'm just going to take the saws off and cut the brackets that hold this on. Cool, looks like it's all done draining into our pan. Got all the brackets off, got all the hoses off, so just gotta wiggle it up through here now, get it around everything. We already unplugged everything, unhooked the 2 transmission lines, unhooked the wire going to the fan, and there she is. Nice radiator. We're gonna repurpose that into the dune buggy, so I'm gonna keep that, put it over to the side. It's actually a fairly new radiator. That's the 3rd radiator we've had in this car because it hit a deer, hit a raccoon, and I hit something else. So it's had a couple animal accidents. On to the air cleaner, guys. We're gonna get that off. Get the air cleaner off. We got 1 duct piece here. We got a couple clamps back here. Pretty simple. I think there might be a screw underneath here. Yes, right here on the end. I'm gonna hold on to this stuff. I don't know if I'll reuse it in the dune buggy or not, but I'm pretty cheap, so think about reusing it. Air cleaner's not too bad. There's just a couple 10 millimeters holding it in. So after getting the airbox out, it leaves nice open. We got to pull that motor mount. We have a wiring harness that comes around here. We pulled a clip from here, clip from there. Got a wire that's running all the way down back in there that we're gonna have to unhook, and then unhook all of these wires, and we're gonna pull this harness all back and pull it back over here all the way to the computer. So I'm just gonna work on getting that all out of the way. Alright guys, so we got all of the wiring harness pulled up and out here. We pulled the starter off and pulled the flywheel bolts. Also pulled this motor mount, all the bell housing bolts, and we pulled, or we cut the exhaust because we're not putting it back in this, so we just cut that, and then I'll worry about that later. I'm not sure if we have to pull the tranny mount, so we're just gonna go ahead, and we got the chain fall hooked up, and we're gonna pick her up some and see if it's gonna pull it. I'm not sure if it'll miss that or not. Uneventful, the camera shut off, but we pulled it out. We had gotten all the bolts and everything, so yeah, we were able to pull it out the top. We did end up cutting this so that if I ever do another one, I should pull the alternator and air conditioning pump. So she's out. She's sitting on my little rolly cart with the partial exhaust. So that's it for today.